Okay. I don't bow down to demands. Oh, well, you're not being inclusive. No, that's not how it works. You need to respect our pronouns, right? You're asking for respect without respecting my position.
Mm.
Do you understand how respect works? You don't demand respect. That's what a heel wrestler does to get cheap heat. If you want respect, you have to give it and earn it. They don't, so they have no comprehension of the word respect. Respect this, respect that, demand, demand, demand. No. But when you are able to dictate because you are on the right side of history, when you are supported and protected by education, government, corporation, entertainment, you don't have to actually act like a human being. You can do what they did to Gina, which is dehumanize her, or at least attempt to. She refused to be dehumanized. But there are a lot of people who have been dehumanized. We also know people in the entertainment space that have de-lifed themselves because of accusations made. Any evidence? What charges have ever been brought up against Russell Brand? None. Why was Russell Brand targeted? I see. I get it now. That's what you can do. That's the weaponry of social media. Is you don't need evidence. You don't need to have a nuanced position. You don't need to respect the other person's opinion. It's about capitulation.
Yes.
If we can't get them to capitulate, we'll shame them, we'll destroy everything about them. You're dealing with scum.
No.
It's just scum. They don't want to believe Gina, but Pedro's an ally. So yay, Pedro. Yeah, Republicans are Nazis because we'll dehumanize them. I'm not saying I agree with the Republican Party or the Democrat Party. All I'm saying is what they're repeating, the narratives that they're repeating.
Yeah.
But likening them is called projection. You can't be a fascist and accuse others of being fascist when you're using fascistic behavior to push your ideology. And that's exactly what's going on here. Gina said exactly the right thing, that the worm in your ear starts to make you demonize people. And then when the communities that they exist in, the neighborhoods that they exist in, start to believe that worm in their ear, what do you get? You get 1930s Germany. That's what you get.
Yeah.
You've got people calling the way that somebody votes once every 4 fucking years a Nazi, a box they tick once every 4 years for whatever reason it may be, taxation, education, because they look after the roads where I live, whatever it may be. They have their reason for doing so. But if you tick that box, you're now a genocidal, mass murdering, warmongering.
Yes,
lunacy. You can't have normal conversations with these people because they're not fucking normal.
It's impossible. They're not. Yeah, I mean, they're not normal, obviously, at all. They often have a lot of mental issues. Okay, I mean, a lot, and sometimes they'll just tell you. It'll be in the bio. Don't you dare bring it up.
Gina was cancelled not because of that tweet. That was the reason why they could go for her. That was the tweet that they could misconstrue the context and spin a narrative.
Yeah.
They wanted her for the pronoun business. They wanted her for the beep, bop, boop. Because they demanded she put them in, and she went, "No, I don't want to do that. Okay, it's not my thing. You do. Gina's a lovely woman. Do what you want. I'm okay. No, it's not about you being okay, Gina. It's about you doing what we want you to do." If you go to a convention, if you've seen videos of Gina at a convention, reams and reams of girls.
Lines
of girls, though. Girls coming up dressed as Cara Dune or whatever it may be. She's got a huge female fan base. Yeah. But you ask one of these people, oh yeah, her fan base is a bunch of MAGA hat wearing blah, blah, blah. Insane. Insane.
I don't know, man. It's the fact that we're still talking about this, and I guess it really does show that how much work needs to be done. And I don't know if it's even possible to unlearn these people, because time has passed, the evidence is out there, and even with something like this isn't the first Fan Expo event that she's done. Did the world blow up? We were both at a Fan Expo event together. So Darkseid and Thanos were at one event, and there was never any problems. There was no attack on the young people, queer people, LGBT people, and people of color. There was no that apparently is the target audience of all of these events. There was
Sure.
never any of that. None of that was an issue. So you have some time. You're further removed from even her leaving Disney, and these people would still rather cling to a lie, a falsehood, than have to accept. Well, maybe she's not what people told me that she is. Maybe she's okay. Maybe I was lied to. Maybe and I talked about this in a recent video, and I was like, guys, it should not kill you to do some research for yourself.
Well, that sounds racist to me. That
know
sounds like bigotry to me, that Eric.
I know
I'm
that
sorry.
facts may be I don't know, there's some disparity here. I don't know. But seriously, it should not kill you if someone says something, especially when it's something like damning, right? If it's something that is like evil, right? Like this, no matter who it's about, it shouldn't take you but a few seconds. Maybe I should look up this shit instead of saying, well, this is the narrative. I got this chip installed in my head and the update is ready to be downloaded. Have I seen the facts? No, but they told me that Gina Carano was evil. And so that's just got to be what it is. I'm like, is it going to kill you to just look at some shit? To take a little time. Use some search engine. I don't know, whatever it is. DuckDuckGo, Google, whatever. Just stop taking people's fucking word for shit. I guess is the point it is that I'm trying to make on some shit like that, right? Just stop taking, and then especially, look, even if that time period, like let's talk about the COVID thing, right? Let's say I gave you the benefit of the doubt, which I'm not because I was ahead of it. So if I was ahead of it, I feel like everybody should have been ahead of it, but whatever. Let's say for the sake of conversation, I gave people the benefit of the doubt, like, oh, it's a scary moment and you just didn't know and yada, yada, right? Even though the evidence was there, let's just say that that was the case. Once we are further removed from it and more data is available and widely accessible, at what point does it become your fault that you are neglecting to digest the factual information and instead want something to be true? It's like, for example, we can say this on YouTube now, the lie that was heavily pushed by, I love that you said businesses and these governments essentially the same thing. The lie that these jabs prevented transmission. That was just not true. Like
Maddow, who had a meltdown yesterday about the Republican primary, she was one who was perpetuating that lie.
Yes, just it's not true. Like it was never true, but it was especially not true. You even have members of these agencies and alphabet shits that have said, oh yeah, okay, we know that this doesn't prevent transmission. So they perpetuated a lie. It was never true. So once that information becomes available to you, and I'm just using this as an example, you can apply this to anything else. Once that information becomes available to you and you still decide to ignore it or not go seek that shit, well, that's a problem with the individual. And I don't know.
That's tribalism, though.
Yeah, I mean, at what point does it become nefarious? You know, again, I try to give people the benefit of the doubt. Like, okay, look, man, someone you looked up to and you valued said something and you just took their word for, okay, yada, whatever. But at what point, and I guess that's just a general question, does it become that you are fucking up, right? When so much time has been removed and you still say the shit. You still have neglected because you've had an opportunity to go look this shit up for yourself, and you still are like, this is the position, and I'm not deviating from it. Well, you the fuck up at that point. I can't even just solely blame the person that you listened to and that you looked up to that fed you this false information. At that point, it's a you thing.
Yeah,
you're refusing to look at the evidence that's out there, and I think that's what's happening. That's what happened with Gina's situation. That's what happened with you at Starfield. That's what's happened in various situations with myself and the Riververse. That's probably happened to several people in the chat. Definitely with how crazy the world was in 2020, where you're like, guys, here it is. It's right fucking here. You don't got to take my word for nothing. It's right there. I'm showing it to you. It's crystal clear. It's there. You don't gotta take my word for anything. You don't gotta take nobody's word for shit. The evidence is right there. And once that's been presented to you, and you choose to be like, nah, fuck it. I'm still going with this because of tribalism, because of your sensibilities need to be protected.
Isn't it ironic that their thought is the only thing that they think is binary? It's either black or white.
True.
It's red or blue. That's it. There is no nuance.
Yeah. It's funny how it works.
Yeah. Fun, hilarious.
Yeah, it's absolutely hilarious, especially when they're trying to destroy people's livelihoods. And
you want the world to start healing. You shut down every fucking social media platform tomorrow. That's how you do it.
You don't be addicted to it. That's for sure.
You get into government. You just go. You know what? Yeah, Facebook, all of it. Bye. Twitter, the whole lot. Bye. Not in this country. Thank you. Thank you for your state-sponsored, corporate-sponsored propaganda. But no,
not interested.
You can't do that. Yeah, you can. Just did. Bye.
Well, I made this point the other day. Like, I think some people would be way better suited to take a couple of steps back from how invested they are in social media narratives.
Yeah,
social media in
3
general.
billion people.
Yeah, just take a couple of steps back and say, let me go without it for a little bit. You will better your life immediately. You will maybe put yourself in a position to seek some truth. Because it's a lot of bullshit you have to kind of go through, all right? But the truth is out there, and I think it's something that people should be seeking instead of simply, again, taking people's word for shit. Taking people's word for shit is what got us in a lot of the messes it is that we're in right now, just from a cultural perspective. The West in general, it's just this person said some shit. I needed this to be true. I refuse to deviate otherwise. It demonizes the people that I'm told to dislike. It props up the people that I'm told are my allies. I'm told that are the good guys. I'm told that are the it's no self-reflection. Let me say that. Maybe that's the way that we word it. It's no self-reflection. There's no, maybe I got it wrong. There's no humility from these types of people. I guess destroying people. And, it sucks that what we saw with Gina Carano, but they were very much prepared. And I'm not going to say that they were successful because they weren't, obviously, but they were very much prepared to ruin her entire career.
They wanted her dead. I'd go so far as to say that. That's the reality, is that they don't just want to destroy everything about you. They want you gone. But you come up against someone like Gina, and she won't do that. She won't take that stance. She's too strong. She's had a life. Her parents are very successful. She could have just had a life of Riley. She got in the fucking octagon. Yeah, took some fucking hits.
True.
Nothing fucking wakes you up to the world than a punch in the face.
Tell me about it.
Then she went out after that, got into TV, film. She's had a life. She's crafted her own destiny. This is somebody who's existed, who's lived in the world, who understands the world, and she's dealing with children that have no fucking idea.
Alpha Core #1's pre-order is live. Written by the legendary Chuck Dixon and penciled by Joe Bennett. Visit Rippaverse.com to grab a copy and any of the merchandise items. Be sure to also check out the animated trailer for the campaign, which is the latest project from Rippaverse Studios. Y'all be easy.